Why, hello there. It is 86 days until Elden Ring comes out on February 25th, 2022, and this is the Elden Wait Countdown, where every day we read a new item description from the network test to make the wait go by just a bit faster. And today we are actually reading two item descriptions. So let's get into it. The first item description for today is Meteorite, which says, a glintstone sorcery that draws on gravitational force, used by a great white king with stone skin. Calls small meteorites down from the sky. The meteor shower continues for as long as the sorcery is in effect. It is said that in the Eternal City, now lost in ruin underground, meteorites held the same import as stars. So we have a few cool things going on here, so let's unpack this a little bit. First, who is this great white king with stone skin? Who knows? But we have a few things that have to do with this that maybe if not give us hints are things to look out for. And the first is that stone skin is one of the first things we saw about Elden Ring, with the person using the scepter to smash against the dais in the announcement trailer. Their skin was cracking as if made of stone. I don't know if it relates, but I feel like it's worth mentioning that connection there. The other connection that I've seen is that there's also white-faced Varay, who is annoying but also has white in his name, and when you kill him, he says,
You, maidenless runt, who do you think I am?
but he sucks, so maybe he's just distantly connected if anything, but he does sort of wear like a stone mask, and his body is pretty covered up otherwise, so it's hard to get a read on him, but hopefully not, because he sucks. And next in the item description we have the Eternal City, now lost in ruin underground, and that is a very evocative little phrase there. The Eternal City, it's underground, so that explains all of the underground stuff we've heard whispers about and have seen little peeks of during the development process. There is an ancient city under the lands between in ruins. And that would also make sense as this thing that sort of connects various areas, as we believe that the underground area of Elden Ring will function as is. There will be your side dungeons and some other stuff, but it might also function as a shortcut or another way to get between various points on the map. And last in here we have that meteorites held the same import as stars. And I think that makes a lot of sense because glintstone sorcery is the study of stars and the life therein, according to the sorceress Selene, and glintstone is the starry amber that contains life, and as I covered with the spell glintstone stars, seem to come to the lands between through meteorites falling. So it would make sense that they would hold meteorites as having the same import as stars, because the meteorites of glintstone brought the life of the stars to them. And the second item description that I want to share today is the Ash of War Gravitas, and it says, this Ash of War grants an armament, the magic affinity, and the following skill. Gravitas, a skill from a great white king with stone skin. Pierce the ground with your armament to damage foes as a surge of gravity draws them in. It can be used on melee armaments that are not small. And I want to bring this up here because this is the other mention in the network test items of the Great White King with stone skin. And what I find interesting here is it has the same sort of purple aura as the Meteorite Spell, which makes sense. And it has to do again with sort of drawing things in. The Meteorite Spell pulls meteorites down on your enemies, and then this Gravitas spell draws them in with this surge of gravity. And there's sort of a theme developing here where you have this idea of like bringing stuff down, drawing stuff in, pulling stuff, and in a game where there's an underground ruined city, it makes me wonder if this stuff sort of relates to why the Eternal City is now underground. And adding on to that makes me wonder if this great white king with stone skin had anything to do with why the Sky Temple has ruins littered all over the lands between, because it seems to be his specialty to sort of pull stuff down and use gravity against people. Speculation, of course, but it is an interesting trend with this Great White King with stone skin that I think is worth keeping an eye on. And there you have it, not one, but 2 item descriptions for day 86, Meteorite and the Ash of War Gravitas, and basically it's all about the Great White King with stone skin and his ruined Eternal City, which are very evocative phrases to me, and I can't wait to learn more. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and if you would like to continue to get item descriptions, and then upon release, get more lore discussions and just continue to have fun with Elden Ring, consider subscribing to the Lore Hunter. Thanks for watching.